All right. Happy afternoon. It's Thursday, February 22nd, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about getting off the scale and focusing on other important parts of your body that are going to help you reduce inflammation, feel amazing in your body, lose weight naturally, and to be able to take care of your health for the long haul. Today, I went for a walk after my lunch, and it's last night on our coaching call for the energetic eating method. We were all talking about different ways that we're going to commit to moving a little bit more. And a lot of us have that all or nothing mindset when it comes to movement. Like, I got to get to the gym. I got to get my 40 minutes in. I got to do my late weightlifting class. I got to get to the Peloton, et cetera, et cetera. But what we talked about last night in our call was how effective little bouts of movement can really be in resetting your blood sugar, in balancing your metabolism, and helping you feel amazing. And so if any of you want the resource of 7 minutes or less in spending time for your movement, then I'm happy to get that to you. Just let me know movement in the chat. So today's live is going to be all about how to increase your focus during your day, which is one message that we can get from our bodies that tells us that something's not quite right. Most of us learn to look at the scale to say, okay, something's not right, I'm gaining all this weight. But what we can look at instead are different imbalances in the body. In the first session, we talked about your mood. So when you're in a crummy mood, that's a signal that something's going wrong and something's off in your body. The second thing we talked about was our digestion, and we talked about that on Tuesday. And I gave you some tips and pointers to improve your digestion. You guys go back and watch that live. And then today we're going to talk about focus, getting rid of brain fog, those types of feelings that come along. That these are things that we can feel, and we know that they're off in our body. And when we resolve those things, we're actually listening in and tuning in to how our body feels so that we can get lifelong results. So I want to welcome you guys to Off the Scale. This is your podcast here in this group that takes a refreshing and simplified approach to health. I'm your host. My name is Helen Birney, and together we're going to explore a world where well-being isn't measured in pounds or calories, but based in how you feel and how you can create lifelong results that are going to get you feeling amazing in your life overall. Our society is obsessed with scales and numbers, and today I'm here to help you break free from the conventional norms. Every week we come together so that I can help you unravel the secrets to a healthier and happier life. And we're going to shift the focus from the scale into the incredible journey of health. Health is a mindset, not an end goal. It is a journey. And today we're here to talk more about how you can be on that journey to becoming your best self through your health, connecting healthful actions to who you are, so you don't want to give up on yourself and go back into that yo-yo dieting cycle again. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to be talking about today is the difference between feeling intrinsically motivated, where you have a lot of energy and you feel strong and you want to make choices that are good for you, and then that feeling of waiting for motivation to happen, right? So some of us sit around, and you can let me know in the comments if this feels like you. You sit around and you think, well, I'm not motivated enough to take action today. I don't feel well enough. I don't have the energy to be able to work out today. I don't have it together enough to go grocery shopping or to meal prep. And we can get stuck in that stagnant energy of feeling like we're less than, or that we're nothing, or that we just can't today. And what I want to tell you today is that part of that isn't your fault. There could be something physiologically actually going on for you that's keeping you stuck in that brain fog space. And we want to resolve that today by talking about two simple things you can do in order to resolve that feeling of meh in your body. Instead of waiting for willpower, you're going to address healthy fats, and you're going to address developing a morning routine. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do both of those things in this live today so that you can take control of your health and you can feel less like you're waiting for motivation to hit you, and more like you feel well enough to be able to take consistent action in your life for your body, for your health, and for yourself. I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't booked a 20-minute health clarity call with me yet to talk more deeply about how to listen to your body, which is what we've been talking about in this series so far, I do want to encourage you to book that call now, because on that call, we're going to go over a brief history of your health. And on that call, we're also going to help you pinpoint why you might feel stuck right now. And I'm going to give you some pointers that are going to be directed exactly towards you. So you can watch all of these lives and you can do some guesswork around your health, or you can book that call with me so I can give you some exact tips and pointers. The call is completely free. It's a no pressure call. It's just a way of me getting to know you and to helping you out so that you don't have to feel alone in your journey. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to book that call, which also comes along with my free ebook, How to Listen to Your Body, when you book the call, so that you have some more free resources to be able to go ahead and take some of the actions that I'm explaining in all of these live trainings to you. Nobody should have to feel alone in their journey to health. And this call really is my gift to you to be able to help you move yourself along. Okay. All right, so today let's get off the scale and pay attention to what I call our focus, how we focus. And these days, particularly with the ability to have whatever we want at our fingertips, our phones, notifications, fast food, our ability to stay focused on what matters in our life and to dig deep into our goals gets taken away from us because we think that it should actually feel really easy. We're in a multitasking society with speed-driven goals instead of depth-driven goals. And we've not only been conditioned to think that fast is better, we've also been taught that if it's not convenient, then it's not worth even trying. So unfortunately, convenience is one of our problems. It causes us to do things like park closer to the shopping store. It causes us to check our phones every second because our phones are on us and it feels more convenient. It causes us to choose packaged and processed food and also cook at home less. Convenience is one of the things that really harms us. And what does this even have to do with healthy fats, right? I told you guys I was going to talk to you today about healthy fats and about morning routines, but what does convenience have to do with any of that? So adding healthy fats into your diet allows your brain to be able to focus and to think more clearly during your day. Healthy fats is a brain enhancing nutrient that really helps you feel more grounded and helps you feel more energized and curbs sugar cravings and helps you feel better overall. Then the thing about healthy fat is that the convenience movement as it relates to food started with blaming fat in America for our health problems. I was heavily influenced by it as a kid. Most 90s, 80s, and 90s kids were heavily influenced by this. You may remember the commercials for Jenny Craig and LA Weight Loss and weight loss specialty products with the green packaging that alerted us that it was reduced fat content products, right? So all of this low fat and fat-free craze type stuff really affected us as kids and led us to believe that fat is bad. We're not allowed to have fat. Too much fat is going to make me fat. And it's simply not true. I remember in high school creating the low fat, no fat rule for myself. And I remember going into the stores and looking for those bright green labels and deciding I was only going to eat those things. But as a result, I would bring those things to school in addition to cans of Slim Fast. And then what would I order? An order of French fries because I was hungry, right? So it's really puts us in a deprivation state. And fat-free does not mean that you will have weight loss. Now, when I went to college, the staple snack was also a slice of bread with a spray version of I can't believe it's not butter with cinnamon sugar on top. Again, paying more attention to how can I get low fat or no fat instead of paying attention to what's making me feel bad. So I was not feeling well back then. I didn't feel like my best self. I didn't have even energy levels. In fact, I was medicated for mood disorders and for energy issues and for attention disorders. And I blame a lot of that on my low fat and non-fat obsession, really decreasing the right chemicals that I needed in my brain to feel good overall. So if you're stuck in that low fat, non-fat thing, I want you to just listen to this live and to come out of that, because that craze was a 1950s hypothesis and today still remains a hypothesis. The problem is that when people were told to lower their fat intake as a way to reduce the possibility of heart attack, lose weight, and lower cholesterol, the big food companies started changing their products to be low-fat products because it became a fad. And then no one even ever questioned it because it was surrounded by them in mass marketing and packaging. Now, at the same time, these companies realized that the elimination of butter and other naturally occurring oils from their products made the products more shelf stable. This is where convenience came in. Hydrogenated oils were manufactured and put into food to mimic the moisture without the fat, and sugar and salt were added to balance the flavor. This made the possibility of having more convenience foods more available to us, and because of the shelf stability, so that we could grab quick packages of things and pretty much eat whenever we wanted to. So rather than having healthy fats round out our blood sugar and actually help us make conscious choices around food and having meals that were satiating, suddenly we have access to all these convenience foods and we're just shoving them in because we feel hungry all of the time. Okay. And we became addicted to it. Convenience, hunger, and fat fear is still here. Overcoming it isn't easy. And there are common products that still remain staples in most homes that contain these hydrogenated fats and are shelf-stable things, such as Crisco, Skippy peanut butter, pre-made commercial baked goods, and coffee creamers. So you might want to check your pantry for those things because they contain unhealthy fats. And those are convenience foods that are literally taking away the ability in our brains to function properly. It could be leading to unstable blood sugar levels, could be leading to addictive behavior, could be leading to unstable moods. And you want to check yourself for those types of unhealthy fats. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. Now, the main thing I want you to remember and unwind for yourself is that if something says low fat or non-fat on a package, including yogurts and dairy products and things like that, it almost inevitably means more sugar, preservatives, harmful partial fats, and binding agents, which are added to low fat and non-fat products to make them taste like whole fat. So why not have the whole fat thing? The cool thing about having something with all of its parts in its whole form is that you automatically don't eat as much. So you might have a low fat yogurt, but feel really hungry if you like an hour later, whereas if you have the whole milk products, then it keeps you satiated for a couple of hours. And I've experienced this myself. The other thing is that these low fat and non-fat products may include ingredients like carrageenan, gum acacia, xanthan gum, carabine gum, or vitamin A palmitate, which are just fillers that can cause digestive upset and disrupt your gut microbiome. So you want to look out for these things. If you just avoid low and non-fat products, then you won't have to come into contact with a lot of these unnecessary ingredients. Just enjoy the whole food because it will help you shut down the hunger signals and feel more satiated, and also balance out your brain chemistry in a way if you didn't have it, it wouldn't have the same effect. Fat is really good. Fat is food. Healthy fats increase your good cholesterol, so they help crowd out bad cholesterol and the production of DHEA, which is a hormone produced in the adrenal glands that promotes anti-aging, combats depression, and reduces inflammation in the body. Okay, so this is amazing news for women over 40 headed into hormonal shifts that come along with perimenopause. You want to really embrace healthy fats. They support the brain-heart health connection, improve focus, which is what we're talking about, memory, and learning. You're better able to make productive choices and feel more even-keeled throughout the day. Your anxiety and your fight or flight response is greatly diminished with the inclusion of healthy fat. So if you feel brain fog, you feel unfocused, you feel scatterbrained, you feel a little unstable in your moods, including healthy fats, and I'll let you know what those are in a second, is going to help you feel better. And when you feel better and you don't have those symptoms of distress in the body, guess what? You want to make more conscious choices. You automatically make better food choices. You automatically feel well enough to exercise. You feel strong enough to do those things. You don't feel at 4 p.m. like you want to gouge your eyes out because you're so tired. Right? You don't feel like you need constant stimulation from your phone in order to stay awake. You just naturally start balancing out the body. So what are healthy fats? Here's a couple of them. When you guys download my ebook, I give you a full list of healthy fats. If you're not going to book the call to download the ebook, I still want to get this list of fats to choose and fats to lose in your hands. So you can write in the comments, hashtag fats, and I will send you the comprehensive list of fats to choose so that you know exactly what you want to look for in your pantry and what you want to cook with. Okay. Healthy fats are olive oil, fish, avocado oil, nuts, and seeds. Unhealthy fats that you want to limit, and you may be surprised by this, are canola oil, which we see a lot of, sunflower oil, safflower oil, soybean oil, and vegetable oils. And most of these are found in highly processed foods. A lot of restaurants also fry their food in canola oil or in vegetable oil or soybean oil. For me, I love a good French fry. So I will end up getting, a burger without a bun and a side of fries to share. And I always ask the restaurant if it's cooked in soybean oil or canola oil. Canola is less disruptive than soybeans, so I take the hit with a little canola oil. I don't obsess about it, but soybean oil is a hard no for me, and it should be a hard no for every single person. It's just not healthy for you. Vegetable oil most often has soybean oil in it, so I want you to look out mostly for those two things, vegetable oil and soybean oil. But also, like, don't have canola oil as an oil that you're cooking with in your home. Use grass-fed butter, ghee, olive oil, or avocado oil. Most of this stuff is what can I give myself in my house in order to be successful. Surround yourself with what's going to help you be able to make those conscious choices in the right direction so you can reduce inflammation, feel really good, reduce your cholesterol, lose some weight, whatever it is that your goals are. I guarantee you that improving your relationship with healthy fats is going to help you get there. Okay. All right. So the other thing that I promised you guys I would talk to you about today in order to improve your focus is your morning routine. Now, I know so many people, so many women just really value their sleep in mornings and, staying cozy until 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. But if you're finding yourself scatterbrained, unfocused, disappointed that you didn't work out another day, feeling like there's just not enough time in the day, you have to create that time. So we have to stop blaming not enough hours in the day and take advantage of the hours that we do have in our day. That starts with an evening routine. And in the first part of this 4-part series, we're in part 3. The first part of this 4-part series, I gave you guys the list on how to sleep with your sleep routines. That needs to be a priority so that you can wake up in the morning and have a morning routine that really helps you thrive and helps you focus throughout the day. We walk around saying, oh, I have brain fog. I can't get anything done. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't have any time. It's not true. It's not true. You're just not taking advantage of the right time for you. So I want to offer you a very simple 7-minute routine that really works for me. And I don't do all 7 parts every single morning, but I do most of them so that I can feel my best every day, wake up and get shit done early in the morning so that I have the whole rest of the day available to me. And I want you guys to have that too. And it's just true that people who wake up in the morning and can have a morning routine and get some things done in the morning have more productive, more satisfying, greater feelings about their life overall. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the morning routine, which this is adapted from Hal Elrod, the author of The Miracle Morning. The original 6 parts of the Life Savers, SAVERS, are silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. Okay, so I'll say those again. It's SAVERS, silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing or writing. Okay, so these parts, these 6 parts work together to complete a morning routine that's going to help set you up with a balanced energy, with a balanced nervous system, and with focus in your day. And I'm going to explain to you how. It does not take a lot of time, so that's a misconception. It will get you into the right frame of mind to have a great day. Okay, so let's break these parts down. All right, S is for silence. When you wake up, you're just going to be quiet. That's it. You get to wake up, relax your shoulders, close your eyes. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to go back to sleep. No, get out of bed. Okay, get out of bed and remove yourself from the bedroom and just be quiet. Okay, don't talk to anybody. Switch on the coffee maker. You know it takes some time for it to percolate, so enjoy that time. And don't get involved in the ritual of drinking your coffee yet, okay? Like we're going to put that off for a couple of minutes. And you're just going to sit up tall with your eyes closed. And you can just set a timer on your phone for 1 minute. You don't have to overcomplicate it by committing to yourself to a meditation. You don't have to overcomplicate it by putting on an app or anything like that. Just set your timer for 1 minute or 2 or 3 minutes and just sit there quietly and breathe. Pay attention to your breath. Enjoy the relaxation response that you can induce in the morning. When we get up in the morning, we don't have to automatically go, go, go and stress our bodies out. We actually get to invite in feelings of rest when we wake up. Guess what that's going to do? It's going to help you rest more easily in the evening time because you're taking care of your body in the morning. Your nighttime self would be like, oh, cool, we get to go to bed and do that thing in the morning that we do that feels really good. So that's one part. The second part is affirmations. And so what an affirmation is a belief that you can hold about yourself or about your life or about the way that you feel about yourself that's going to help you take steps in the direction you want to go in your life or for your body. So you might think about how you'd like to show up as your best self for your health in that day. You'll tell yourself encouraging words, acknowledge challenges that you feel may come up, and then start to see yourself taking on those challenges. If you aren't familiar with affirmations, you can always refer to my list of 12 that I gave away in episode, I believe it was episode 3. And in that episode, I talked about the 12 mindsets and gave you guys a bit of a meditation to follow. But you can always, I'm going to throw those mindsets in here in the comments below, and I'll also put it in the resources in the YouTube channel. But what I want you guys to do is to just kind of think about what mindset, what affirmation can I offer myself today that's going to help me feel my best, that's going to help me feel like I can move forward through things that might be hard today, or maybe you are going through a hard time and there's something that you need to say to yourself in the silence that you bring on yourself in the morning. You can also start to listen. So this is a practice of listening and understanding and becoming more aware of your body and space and saying, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm unique, I'm healthy, I love myself. I'm ready to take on the day, whatever it is. Once you practice, you'll start to come up with your own that'll feel really good. But like I said, I've got the 12 Mindsets journal here for you, and you could try one on every single day and see how that works for you. V is for visualization. Then you're going to imagine yourself when it comes to your health. You're going to imagine how you're going to eat and what lifestyle choices you're going to make in the day. So I'll sit, I'll have my silence, I'll start to say some affirmations, and I'm imagining myself fulfill those affirmations. I'm so healthy and strong today. I'm working out. I'm choosing foods that make me thrive. Okay, I see myself doing it. I'm taking some rest. I'm killing it at work. I feel really strong. I'm playing with my kids, and I'm really imagining this. If you can imagine it, then you can be it. But none of us take, or rarely do any of us take this time to imagine what it could be like to show up with the energy, vitality, and strength that's necessary to be able to have the health that we want. We say, give me the diet, give me the plan, tell me what to do. What are the foods I need, right? Like, how much exercise should I have? What if it was as simple as imagining it and then just fulfilling that vision every single day, right? So you can imagine what it would feel like and what it would look like for your body to be in a beautiful, balanced state and loving yourself fully. If you can imagine that, you can also figure out some actions you'd like to take in order to reach that. Now, I help my clients in the energetic eating method figure out what those actions are. It's not always easy to figure out, well, I don't know what health is for my body. The reason that we don't know is because we've been taught not to know by diet culture. It's not easy to unwind all of that. So if you have a hard time figuring out what it is that you need to do to fulfill that vision for your healthiest self, then you've got to book that call with me so that we can figure it out together. I know it's not easy. That's why I have a program that helps women figure out what actions they need to take in order to fulfill that vision. Okay. The E is for exercise. So you're like, oh gosh, here we go. We got to exercise in the morning. Just do some light stretching, some yoga, some walking the dogs, jogging, or an early morning workout to get the blood pumping in your head. It doesn't have to be crazy. I mean, you can start with getting on the floor with a kneeling plank for 1 minute or for 30 seconds. And that can be enough. Just allow yourself to have the experience of exercise first thing in the morning. Again, it can be I have a client who's working on she's doing like 20 minutes of stretching every day following her meditation. And it's really working out for her, and it's helping her stretch her back and feel good, to the point where last night on our coaching call, she said that she's going to start strength training. So we all start somewhere that feels connected and available to our bodies now. And then we progress into things that are more challenging, right? If you need a place and a home and a spot to start exercising, I do host exercise in the mornings for my clients at 6 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can absolutely join us and do that, but you've got to book the call so we can figure out when the right time for you to start would be, because we have a monthly health strategy call I'd love to invite you to the first week of March. So if that sounds interesting to you, again, book the call with me or comment #membership, and I'm going to help you figure out if it's the right time for you. The R is for reading. Use your blood pumping energy after you move just to read something inspiring. I'm going to recommend 2 books to you guys that I've been reading lately. I literally pick it up and open it up and read a page or 2 just to get a little inspiration. I often share these inspirations with my clients during our exercise class. But right now I'm reading Hidden Potential by Adam Grant and Build the Life You Want by Oprah Winfrey. These are my 2 most influential books of 2024 as I came into 2024 and the end of 2023. And I highly recommend those 2 books. Just have them wherever you're doing your morning routine, pick it up and just read something from it and see what it inspires you to do. The last part of your morning routine is going to be scribing, also known as writing. You're going to write down something inspirational from the books that you read, something that feels like it really resonates for you, or even something from your affirmation meditation, right? You're going to write down something that came to you about your visualization, your affirmations, or something inspiring that you read that you feel committed to fulfilling in that day. Then for me, I often write my schedule and any priorities that I have so that I can feel really clear and really focused about what my day is going to look like. And then I'll include things that are fun and exciting, like playing with my kids or calling a friend, on breaks that I see in my day. And it just helps me feel really focused. Now, I want you guys to think of the Savers routine not as a have to, but as a series of things that are available to you that are better than what you've normally done. So if you're just doing silence and affirmations, you're way ahead of where you were before. If you do visualization and exercise, way ahead of where you were before. If you just do exercise, way ahead of where you were before. If you wake up and you decide to, instead of pick up your phone, write your schedule for the day and your priorities and some things you're going to do to have some fun, you're way ahead of where you were before. The key is to choose something different than what you're doing right now, because it's likely not working for you. If you're tired, scatterbrained, brain fog, and you're lacking focus in your day, your body is asking you to do something different. Your nervous system is asking you to do something different. And when it's asking us to do something different and we don't listen, that's when we hold on to added weight and inflammation. So what I'm asking you to do is to go back to the root cause of what's going on for you. We do not live effective, high-performing, energetic lives. We've been taught to live in these convenience-driven, notification culture place in our lives where it's not easy for us to access focus and well-being. So we have to do a little bit of the hard work, and you can do it with my support or you can do it on your own. Either way, but we've got to be willing to do the hard work so that we can get the results that we want. So remember, guys, this is our 3rd training out of 4. Next week on Thursday, I'll be talking about energy levels. I know everybody wants to hear about energy levels. That was one of the main things that really was impacting me, was feeling so tired during the day. And so I'm going to address that next week. But remember to address your mood with blood sugar stabilizing and sleep. Address your digestion by looking at food sensitivities, the things that you're eating and exercise, and then address your focus and brain fog with morning routines and healthy fats. It's not that you guys haven't heard some of these suggestions before. Most of us have heard that eating whole foods, eliminating certain foods out of our diet, limiting sugar, increasing exercise, and balancing our nervous system are really important. But what's different right now is that I want you to do it for you, for the way that you feel, for the life that you want to live, because life's too short not to feel good. It's too short not to feel good and powerful and amazing. So it's time to make these changes now. Right now, we can't wait for motivation to strike us to say, I'm going to do something different today. We've got to be willing to do something different now, because our lives are worth living. And what's taking you through that life every single day is your body. And if you don't love and respect and challenge your body to be able to live in this world today that gives us so many different things, obstacles that we need to contend with, then we aren't doing the job to be able to take care of everything that is important to us, right? This is about your life. So if that feels meaningful to you, if your life is meaningful to you, but you are stuck digging for diets and you are stuck in weight loss goals and you are stuck in feeling negatively about yourself, then you've got to book the call with me. You've got to book the call, because nobody deserves to be stuck in that place. Okay. Don't forget when you book the call that you get a copy of my ebook so that you can take action right away. We can even talk about the things that you read in the ebook that you find interesting or impactful for you. It's a very short read. And with that, you also get downloadable resources that'll support you with making these changes immediately. Plus, you get my support on the phone for 20 minutes to overcome whatever mindset blocks you have going on that's keeping you from taking action. And I want to help you. All right. I'm so glad that you guys all took the time to listen today. It's important that we can improve our focus by becoming aware of healthy fats and morning routines and all of the things that we've talked about up until this point. I want you to check out the comment section in the Facebook group if you've been watching live for our live training in there, so that you can grab some of the goodies and the links that I've put in there. If you're watching this on a replay, let me know, #replay. If you're watching this on YouTube or listening on a podcast channel, then all of the information that you need will be available in the show notes. And as we wrap up another episode of Off the Scale, remember that health is a journey, not an end goal. And I hope the insights shared here inspire you to embrace a simplified approach to health that's going to help you live a long, happy, and healthy life. Your feedback is invaluable as we continue the journey together, so don't forget to like or love or heart this post and share with anybody who you think could benefit. And sending lots of love your way, and honoring your best energetic self and all of the goals you have for your health. And I'll see you next time.